Good day, Turkish delights. I'm Unsilent, and we're on the air with more F1 2009. It's episode number 10, stage 10 of challenge mode. Thanks for tuning in. Last time out. Hey, five A's and 2 B's. That's a good day that we had last time out. This time out won't be as pretty. Why? Well, there's the first one. It's overtaking at Monaco, followed by cornering at Singapore. Then we got a TOCA at Valencia. Friend of the channel, Marcus12. He sent me a vid of Codemasters grid. The first grid, not the most recent grid. The original grid. Race driver grid, I believe, is his proper full name, if memory serves. They called it TOCA in that one. TOCA at Valencia. Then we go to Singapore again for a burning lap. Then we're going slipstreaming at Silverstone and a checkpoint race at the Yas Marina circuit. I feel as though that should be like the last one. Let's do it in reverse order. Normally we do it 1 through 10, but I mean, you look at it like cornering Singapore. What we might do, we'll go 2 through 6, and then we'll end with overtaking at Monaco. How's that sound? Because it's like overtaking at Monaco, that just sounds like that should be the final challenge. And let's do everything else instead, and we'll circle back. So we'll start with cornering at Singapore. We're going to have to start by turning on the racing line, just to make sure, but... Now it says to take each turn as fast as you can without leaving the track. There's one small problem, though. It's a street circuit. Leaving the track means hitting the wall, which I don't think we want to do. But that's just me. Well, can't back down from, I guess this is about the one place where you actually have, in turn 1 where you... Oh, and then, like, what is it, turn 5 or 6? Okay, you've got a few places where you actually don't have a, only a good there, dang it. Because I always run it deep into turn 1. And there's that... Okay, so it's turn 4/5 that's got the, perfect, but it's so long there that it's like... It was so long there saying perfect that it was like... I feel like it missed out... Yeah, probably missed out on like the first part of that... Me cocking up the Singapore sling. Can we think of a more iconic combination than me just jumping the curbs? Okay, so hitting the wall. Not penalizable by losing your points. I'll take the okay there, I don't mind. It feels like it starts the counter up deep. Oh, never mind, that was perfect. Now we go into the PK section. Out from under the grandstand, which admittedly, that's a pretty cool thing. I'd love to... If there were seats I was going to have at Singapore, I would love to... If they had a screen nearby. How about I phrase it that way? If they had a screen near... Oh, well, we lost that, but that's probably fine. Oh, no, we're picking up some points on the way out. About 1,500 points on the way out. I'd love to have those seats, even if it's just for a Friday. Just to have those seats right first row, right where they race under you. Really? Oh, that means we got to do it again. It's going to be like this all day, isn't it? Anyone remember it was, what, 61,000-ish? So, we'll get through the turn 1, 2, 3 complex. Fine, as we get down to turn 4. Just a good there. Yeah, it's just starting like that tick up at... It's good, that's fine, but I mean, it's like... We're halfway through the damn turn before you're actually counting points on it. And same with this, it's like we're halfway through the turn before you're starting counting points on turn 5. And here again, I'm at the apex. So does this mean I could just... do whatever the hell I want for the apex, and... As long as I hit it, entry doesn't matter. Just apexes and exits. Alright. Over the bridge and through the woods. Oh, and okay. Well, that's okay. Says so on the tin. That misses so much of the turn that way. Awesome. Not perfect, but awesome. Oh, take good. Ow. Overcooked that. And get out of there in one piece. Oh yeah, we picked up a lot more points through the final complex there that time. So 68 that time. We're up from the 61 last time. C, I'll take it. So when this is inevitably like a, 3-hour-long marathon video, you'll understand why. Toge Valencia. Fessa. Kimmy versus Felipe Baby. Stay cool. I forgot all about the... I barely touched him. Kiss my ass game. That's a dick move. Alright. Valencia, España. So we'll get through the wheel spin in first gear. We're a little farther behind, and by a little farther behind, I mean a lot farther behind. So we will dive bomb him into turn 1. Oh, I've got the racing line on still. Hang on. I'm not pausing it in the middle of a turn. Pausing it on exit. Nope, nope, no, we don't want to do that one. One more down. No back button to go right back into the racing. You gotta go scroll up to resume. See, here's the one problem with me turning the racing line off, is I actually don't know where the hell I'm going. I know, we've established that multiple times. Should have held off for the gear shift before hitting the curves. Now he is looking up the inside. I could feel him. He overdrove it, so we're going to switch back, and then he's going to cut me off. And he cut me off again. I think I'm toast at this point. Got a little bit of slipstream there. I got a point for that. Or I got 1 second for that. We're gonna have to see if we can't slide by him and brake check him at some point. That's the plan. We're gonna dive, bomb, and brake. Well, we're not gonna do dive bomb him if he's all over the place like that. Not very good at getting the power down, so we're gonna... Yeah, we're already out. And bogs down a little bit off the start, but we're off and away again. Feel like we were up side Phil before we ever got that far. Oh. There we go, that's what I wanted to do the first time. Let's get by Phil. Into, I think it's technically turn 2. We've talked about this in the past. How it's not a turn. It's like the same thing as the first turn in Russia. How it's a dog leg. Nobody has to worry about shit, but it's still called turn 1. It's as if they had to get the corner count up for some inexplicable reason. The TV graphics guys can be paid more if they. Oh man, he's behind us. Well, obviously, it's a shootout. All right, there we go. Got through it in one piece. A little more boost, because this is the next good passing spot. I remember because Mark Webber ran over the back of someone here. Turned in too soon and then turned in too late, and it's just like a whole shamazel. Nope. Hey, you're not allowed to do that. Oh, come on! He cut me off! He cut me off again! The son of a bitch AI has cut me off again. I'm on to you, Codies, and you could kiss my ass. This is why I don't pay $80 for your games anymore. Alright, lights out, and let's see where Phil hits us this time. Little wheel spin off the line there. Little boost. We are not going to get him into turn 1, and so we're toast. Well, let's see what happens this time. So I guess the game figured out I was going full Senna on that one. I just want to finish this out this string to finish out the string just to see what the game says will happen. And across the line, let's see how much we may or may not have won by there. We won by 22 seconds. So apparently the way to win is to just be a homicidal maniac. I gamed the game. So we are inexplicably allowed to start this one in P1. Let's put a little boost on it. No, that's not it. That one. And I'll block that one, something fierce. All I gotta do is just be smart about this one and I can win it. Apparently the last time it was just be needlessly violent and win it. Which does make me question some of the AI in it, but... Phil is close, though. We'll give him the outside. Oh, well, no, we gave him the outside and he took my gearbox. Well... See, now we're almost even on penalty time. Because I had 2.5 the last time. And now he's got 1 this time. It's like we can't not hit each other. We're like Hamilton and Massa from a couple years ago. Was it 2013 or... that Lewis couldn't not hit Felipe when anytime they were near each other? Might have been 2012. Like, it's bad enough, yo. Oh, he's got a nut. He hit me again, so he's up to 2. We're basically even on penalty time and penalty points after that. We're bad at this. Okay, this one had some bowling shoe tendencies, but it worked. Look at how much I won by 25 seconds. It should be like a 3-star. If it's only judging by time difference, it should be a 3-star A. Indeed it is. I mean, it should have been an S, let's be honest. It should have been past the A. Alright, what's next? A burning lap at Singapore. Well, this went well, so there's no reason why this shouldn't. Oh, we've got... got the Renault. Alright, well, that's the thing. Coming out of 3, we'll take a little bit of curves. They're just the tiniest squirt of curves. This is where you want some curves. This is a long straight here. Wind it up down the back straight. It never says we're 1.5 seconds behind seed, but like, you imagine being 1.5 seconds off after like a 24-second sector. It seems like that's like MasterCard Lola levels of slow, right? Like, that's 107% rule being applied slow. And this is another good place for us to deploy a couple squares of curves there. Alright, let's see, now we're 2 seconds faster than the sea. Which we might have just given up there, but... through the harborfront section here. As opposed to calling it the PK section. Would be nice, we'll call it the harborfront section. Because it is right on the water. They may build something out over the... I'm trying to remember, I've seen something. There's something happening there where it's like... either they build out the runoff area behind the wall, or something like that. But it's not necessarily, like, all road there. I think it might be behind the wall. And it's a 1-star A. Not bad. Not bad at all. Hey, that's a recovery after the last one. See, I can drive without exploiting the mechanics of the... Oh, no. I forgot how much I hate Slipstream. I only got the brawn. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. Let off the throttle. So now we gotta draft someone through Maggots, Beckett's, and Chapel. So we got hunker down behind the Force India, brake at the last second. Who's up ahead? Okay, we'll make the pass on the grass, just like we're Dale Earnhardt. This is what the Vale we're going through here. Catch him up into... past the BMW there, but we'll take it ginger-like. We don't want to lose those points, we don't want to lose that multiplier. There we are, not using our curves. Just graze the Renault there. We use the curves to get us by, as we're going to have to do a lot of slipstreaming. This is Williams here. We're on the hangar straight, so let's just hang out there. Get the big multiplier there. There's a McLaren up front of us there. And get a good look at the helmet. And get 2,400 points there. I didn't get a good look at the helmet. I thought it might have been Kovalainen there, but... Cheating Toyota next? Alright. He ran wide. I was following him. We're going to get a nice draft down the pit straight. Slipstream. 6,200 points there. And now this next guy. Oh, the Ferrari. It's an 8x multiplier. Don't pass him. So that way I could get in the slipstream and just coast here. There we go. 9,000 points on that one. That's pretty good. 24,000 is usually a pretty darn good score. I think that 24,000 is like about an A score. This might be the best run we've had in a slipstream. Now we'll get this guy through the bridge section here, so let's see. Alright. I don't know if it'll count these points, or if I have to pass them by the line. Well, pass them by the line, so it'll count. Just got around them on the far side. So I don't know how many that'll... Okay, almost 27,000 there. At Shanghai, this was good for an A, and it's a 2-star A here, so right on. This is actually the best slipstream performance I've honestly had. So I'm very cool with that. So, just past the halfway point of the video. So here's a good point in time to remind you to hit that like button down below. Even if you didn't necessarily agree with the TOCA approach, it was a 3-star A, so it worked. Hey, sometimes you have to think like the greats, you have to be like the greats if you're going to win a challenge mode. Don't forget, if you're here and haven't subscribed yet, subscribe if you are new. New racing games all the time. Well, new classic racing games, let's say that. On Wide Open Wednesday, since we're wrapping up challenge mode, next week is going to be something new. And I think the theme of Wide Open Wednesday this year is the number 2. So another classic racing game with the number 2 in it is what we're going to have for you this time next week on the channel. Of course, you can check out all the Wide Open Wednesday games on the channel page. If you check out the channel page, scroll down to the bottom under Retro Racing Let's Plays, a whole list of, well, I guess Wide Open Wednesday games and racing games in the pre-Wide Open Wednesday days here on the channel. Wide Open Wednesday is what I call Wednesdays with racing games. It's Wide Open Wednesday. It alliterates. That's sort of my thing. Alright, next up, a checkpoint race at the Yas Marina circuit. That is where the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix is held annually, and if it wasn't for overtaking at Monte Carlo sounding like an ungodly disaster, I would say that this would be the last one we should do. But because this is going to be a disaster of greater proportions than that, I say we do Yas Marina first. We are to take... They really like the Renault. I Sumo Digital French and I just don't know it, or... Alright, there we go, through the first turn, and into the Herman Tilke section. Trying to see where... Oh, there's the first checkpoint into the first chicane. And then, well... I'm interested to see where they've placed the checkpoints, since a lot of this is straight away. And there's the next checkpoint. I tried braking at the start of the curbing, which is where I usually do. I should have broken at the 100. Use a bunch more curves there. I'll have some curves for the last, for the home straight. cost myself a bit of time in that last section. Because the checkpoints are just a bit beyond 19 seconds apart. They're about 21 seconds from the feels of it so far. That one's about exactly 19 seconds, and the next one will be just before start-finish, I think. And just before or just after start-finish. Not sure which. There we go. That little corner cut there that they don't complain about is clutch to getting a little bit of extra time. Because this may or may not be the longest section, because it was about 23, 24 seconds the first time by. Yeah, it's a little longer than the rest of them. So we'll just use a little bit of curves on the way out of there. Just wait until get through first gear as opposed to doing it in first gear. Just try and get the speed up so I'm less likely to wheel spin on the application of the curves. Even then, it felt like it was wheel spinning up at the third gear there. Needs more traction control. Well, that's one way of doing it. The gravel was faster than some of the paved runoff that we've run across in this game. You gotta be on the ball. This is less sharp turns in the game version of this than it is in real life or subsequent Codies games. You don't have to go through the checkpoint to make it count, which is fortunate. Well, we just do like everyone else in this game and run wide at turn 1. Alright, I hear you. There's a guarantee we were doing 80 through that gravel trap there at the end of the back straight. And I bet you if we'd gone through the paved cutout there, or the paved runoff that was back there that leads you to the hairpin, then we would have totally been slowed down to about 30. I wasn't worried. There we go. I got them. Where's the next checkpoints? Right before the chicane? But that's always concerning. It's like, okay, I've got a checkpoint coming up, but I've also got it at the end of a braking zone. So it's like, what do I do? How hard does one push? I'm caught out. Just got a toe wide, and oh! With 0.6 of a second left, I had given up at that point. I think if I hadn't cocked those, I've been a little better. Not quite. Not quite enough. Well, 14's pretty good, though. You usually can get about 15, but 14's not awful. 15 is usually good for an A, so this should be 3-star. Okay. I was expecting a B. Alright, we've left one last regular challenge for me. And that would be overtaking at Monaco. It should have been the last one. It should have been. It's like, just like in real life Formula 1, it's like the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix is paid to be the last one here as well. Alright, well, it's not the last one, I suppose, because we've got head-to-head versus either Hamilton or Button at Silverstone, so. Now we got the Ferrari. Monaco. I couldn't have gotten a Red Bull? Really? let's ignore that. Oh, hey, look, a Ferrari. I would have preferred a Red Bull, maybe even a Braun. What do you mean that sounds like something? What do you mean you've got deja vu? No, you don't. Alright, let's charge up the hill for the first time as we're heading towards... I can never remember what the left at the top of the hill before Casino is. Casino Square, okay, that's straightforward. I should have tried dive bombing the BMW into Mirabeau. Because we're going to lose all the time in the world through the station hairpin, the Grand Hotel hairpin. Because the AI has more steering lock. Man, that just acts weird down that hill. Alright, we'll get him through the tunnel. No, we won't. Not the prettiest through the Nouvelle Chicane. So we head to the back. Yeah, and that BMW moved on me. Oh my god, I cannot figure out where the walls are, where the turn-in is. Yeah, the problem is with video games is that they haven't figured out how to balance Monaco. And... nope, that was ugly. Just use the rest. By which I mean, like, the steering just doesn't work for Monaco. Because it's all bounced around turns like Saint-Devote. And up at the top of the hill, and then you get to, like, Mirabeau and Station, and even that supposed swimming pool second part of the chicane. And it's just awful to drive. Like, I'm the slowest person through the hairpin because everyone else has much more steering lock than I have. Oh, son of a bitch. Be nice to pass someone without having to hit them. Alright, through the first part of the swimming pool. Back down, park the bus. Alright, we're going to use a little bit of curves to get by into Rascasse. It's Rascasse Cafe on the inside of that turn there. Which I assume you could buy tickets to go watch the race at. I imagine it would cost an arm and a leg. Get through Saint-Devote again. We're not making good progress. So we've only passed 4. I wonder if there's going to be a difficulty adjuster on this one, just because. Not like, is it going to make it easier? But more in terms of, hey, it's Monaco, you're not supposed to be able to pass anyone because there's literally like one spot where you can overtake. Oh yes, and we've done a bad job with the steering in this. Oh no, I've passed, I locked up. There's a Toyota coming up. Ow. I thought I was gonna dive him into the chicane. I'd get him on the way out. That's 6. So we got 6. 10's usually enough for an A. So I wonder if this is enough for a C. We'll find out. Overtaking at Monaco. Who thought that was a good idea? And it's a B. Well, see, it does give you a little leeway on the difficulty. Special challenge. Head-to-head with Lewis at Silverstone. I knew it was going to be one of the British drivers. I figured it was 50-50 between... This would have come out before the end of the season, but I mean... If it's like the old code or like the previous few Codies games, I guess, prior to when they tried getting them out in June. They were coming out in August, like right in the run-up to or right around Belgian GP weekend. And really, at that point, you could tell, okay, Jensen's got it. So it depends on how late they want to make that switch. Putting Jensen and saying, like, okay, he's the champion-elect, let's have him as the final boss. No, they went with Lewis. As the defending champion in 2009, that's a safe one to go with. So I can't argue that. So Lewis would be, 2 or 3 laps at Silverstone.
This is it. Toe-to-toe with Lewis Hamilton at Silverstone. His home circuit. Good luck.
I think I'm going to need it, Jeff. We're going to use... No, we aren't. I was going to say we could use a little... Oh, wow, look at him take off out of cops. I have to back down a bit there. So I'm going to use some curves to... Wow, he's fast in a straight line. We're going to slipstream him. Oh, and we get turned. I feel like Nico Rosberg. Oh, apparently he went off as well. I'm sure he's got some catch-up logic. He's got some immense catch-up logic. So we're going to have to drive this one smart. Which is okay. He's right behind me, but that's alright. This is a... You don't want to attempt to pass here. So we'll apply the rest of the curves here. Now, the real challenge will be holding him off into Stowe. And he is faster than me through cops, but... A little. Alright. We'll pull on him there. Nicely held through Stowe. Nicely held through. I think that's the motorcycle cutout there. I think. I could be wrong. It looks like it should be. At any rate. It could be just for... And see, this is the short circuit alternate path there, because we took that in TOCA 2. And I found the pace here in the second lap. Not through there. It's faster than I think. But we've got a lot of curves, so he's really got to do something crazy here. I thought he had taken me out in the first lap, but it turns out the victory is mine here against Lewis Hamilton at Silverstone. And then we'll get C. Oh, 1 star. I'll take that as well. I didn't think they were going to give that to me. Unlocked, we got a new helmet. A Challenger helmet. I can make that purple. That'd be nice. We unlocked... Ooh, the Champion Award. How about that? I agree. Most people at home don't, but I agree. And that's it. That's F1 2009 in the books, in the pocket, and out of sight. Well, that was fun. Might not have sounded it at times, but I had a little bit of fun playing it. You know, some of the challenges were okay. Like, some of them, like, Toge had its moments of, like, really? But the penalties in Toge, that was the worst. No, it's gates was weird because the gates were in the middle of the track. Cornering, it's like, it didn't really make a lot of sense until you turned on the racing line. Like, they bring stuff like that back. Like, they implemented cornering and gates sort of together in like newer Codemasters game. Like you got, I think TOCA is in the head-to-head. Those things are in the career mode as like the bonus races that they do. Eliminator as well, right? So you've got some things like there. You've got elements of this that carry forward into new games and new Codemasters games, new F1 games, but not in this form. It's kind of like, I kind of wish like they did the it's like the EA NASCAR Thunder games where they had like here's a scenario from a race, now go and improve your avoid the wreck, improve the position, win the race, do something like that, right? Hold on for a top whatever, something like that. That would be interesting for a challenge mode in modern Codemasters games, like something like this, like a party mode with your friends, like these different challenges, right? I could see something like that. But as for the game itself, it's, I don't know. I think part of the problem is it's a PSP game, so you're having to use like face buttons and stuff as opposed to like triggers or wheels or stuff like that. So the handling is just like just a little off. Like, it felt, the curbs were awful. It felt very jumpy over any bumps, right? So it's kind of like, how's it going to handle that? So it had its moments of kind of like, oh my god, I'm going to die, and its moments of perfect sanity, so. Oh yeah, there's the other thing with the challenge modes. Like, the AI was really oddly programmed. It was slow, it was slow, it was slow, it was slow, and then all of a sudden at the end with, like, Felipe, it's just like, and Felipe Massa around Valencia is the fastest car in the game. It's like, not even Fernando Alonso's, Felipe Massa is the fastest car in the game around Valencia. It's just so like, what the heck is that? That's so unbalanced. I mean, I'm not, and like, I mentioned the balance of Monaco, but it's like, I'm not going to complain about, nobody's gotten driving around the hairpin at Monaco right. It's never felt right, so I'm not going to complain about it. Nobody gets it right. It's what scares me about, I haven't tried Monaco's, I'm recording this on the free weekend for F1 2020, and it's like, I haven't tried Monaco in that, but it's probably not going to be fun there either. It's not been fun in any other Codies games I've raced Monaco at, so I wasn't expecting it to be here. But you can tell here that this is where Codies is laying a lot of the groundwork, I guess through Sumo Digital, for later games, and it's just sort of built and built and built. Or at least it has since they kind of revised the game engine for the last generation? No, this generation of consoles, PS4, Xbox One, that they had that they kind of revamped the engine and kind of went back to the drawing board with the series. So hopefully that carries through to PS5, Xbox Series. Yeah, it's as awkward as it sounds saying it out loud. Yeah. So, it's nice to play, and I'm glad I picked the shorter mode as opposed to the season mode. I picked the shorter challenge mode, because I don't know if I would have lasted a season, but, nice to play just to say that I've played all of the Codies F1 games now, so. And that's that. And now let's go wreck some cars next week on Wide Open Wednesday, but until then, I'm Unsilent. Thanks very much for joining me. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you're new, share on social media, follow on social media. The social media handle is Unsilent on air, and that is for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr. And don't forget you could check out more F1 2009 in the playlist. It's on the screen in the description down below, and more videos anytime on the channel page. And until the next time, I'm Unsilent. Thanks very much for joining me. Like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next time.